there was a lot more to the dream that I can't remember. And then when I had this dream, when I woke up, I was thinking about the black horse. And I remember about 6 months ago, I had a dream. God gave me a dream. It was about the beast and the four living things. And I remember in the scriptures that God gave me to read, it talks about the black horse. So I don't know if this dream that I just had a few days ago, I don't know if this has anything to do with the dream that I had about 6 months ago. So I'll tell you the dream that I had 6 months ago. It was just like the dream that I put out. It was just words said to me. In this dream, the words were said to me, the beast and the four living things. And I woke up. I heard those words and I woke up. When I woke up, I knew what the beast was, but I didn't know what the four living things were. So I was thinking, what's the four living things? And then I turned on my TV because I wanted to watch. I have God TV, so I turned on my TV and I was watching God TV. And then the pastor came and he was preaching about the beast. And I totally forgot about my dream that I just had. And so I was watching the message. And then the message went for about 30 minutes. And then after the message finished, I was about to turn off the TV when I felt like I should keep watching. So I kept watching, and then another pastor came on, and he was also preaching about the beast. And he said to open your Bibles to Revelation 13. And then I watched this message too, and I still didn't realize that I just had this dream. And then I turned off the TV and I had my Bible open in front of me, and I circled Revelation 13. And after I turned off the TV, I looked down to my Bible, and it talks about the two beasts. And I looked at that and I said, oh, then it just came back to me. I said, oh, I just had this dream about the beast and the four living things. And I just watched these two messages about the beast. So I was thinking to myself, I said, maybe God wants me to read the Bible. So then I started reading the Bible. I read Revelation 13. The whole Revelation 13 I read. And then I don't know how I ended up to the beginning of the 4, 5, and 6. I was reading Revelation 4, 5, and 6. And as I said that when I woke up from the dream, I remembered what the beast was, but I didn't remember what the four living things were. And then I was reading Revelation 4, 5, and 6, and then in Revelation 4, 5, and 6, it talks about the four living things. And I was totally shocked. Like, yeah, I didn't remember what the four living thing is, and now I'm reading about the four living things. And so see how God shows you that the dream was given by Him. You know, if I didn't turn on the TV and I didn't watch those two messages, you know, I would not have gone to my Bible, I would not have read. And that's how I came to know about the four living things, and I was reading about the beast as well. So I'll put on my audio Bible so you can listen to the verses. But in the audio Bible, it says four living creatures. And in my Bible, it says four living things. And that's the words that I received in my dream. The words that I heard was four living things. So if in my Bible it said four living creatures, and I received the word as four living things, I would have been confused when I read it. You know, so God gave me what is written in my Bible, four living things. And so I'm not going to read it to you all because the video is going to be too long, and I'm only allowed to put 15 minutes of video on YouTube. So I'm going to put on the audio now so you can listen to it.
Revelation 13. And I saw a beast rising out of the sea, with 10 horns and 7 heads, with 10 diadems on its horns, and blasphemous names on its heads. And the beast that I saw was like a leopard. Its feet were like a bear's, and its mouth was like a lion's mouth. And to it the dragon gave his power and his throne and great authority. One of its heads seemed to have a mortal wound, but its mortal wound was healed, and the whole earth marveled as they followed the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, for he had given his authority to the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying,
"Who is like the beast, and who can fight against it?"
And the beast was given a mouth, uttering haughty and blasphemous words, and it was allowed to exercise authority for 42 months. It opened its mouth to utter blasphemies against God, blaspheming his name and his dwelling, that is, those who dwell in heaven. Also, it was allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them. And authority was given it over every tribe and people and language and nation, and all who dwell on earth will worship it, everyone whose name has not been written before the foundation of the world in the book of life of the Lamb who was slain.
If anyone has an ear, let him hear.
If anyone is to be taken captive, to captivity he goes. If anyone is to be slain with the sword must he be slain.
Here is a call for the endurance and faith of the saints.
Then I saw another beast rising out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, and it spoke like a dragon. It exercises all the authority of the first beast in its presence, and makes the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast, whose mortal wound was healed. It performs great signs, even making fire come down from heaven to earth in front of people. And by the signs that it is allowed to work in the presence of the beast, it deceives those who dwell on earth, telling them to make an image for the beast that was wounded by the sword and yet lived. And it was allowed to give breath to the image of the beast, so that the image of the beast might even speak, and might cause those who would not worship the image of the beast to be slain. Also it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark, that is, the name of the beast, or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
And his number is 666.
Revelation 4. After this I looked, and behold, a door standing open in heaven. And the first voice, which I had heard speaking to me like a trumpet, said,
Come up here, and I will show you what must take place after this.
At once I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne stood in heaven, with one seated on the throne. And he who sat there had the appearance of jasper and carnelian, and around the throne was a rainbow that had the appearance of an emerald. Around the throne were 24 thrones, and seated on the thrones were 24 elders, clothed in white garments, with golden crowns on their heads. From the throne came flashes of lightning, and rumblings and peals of thunder. And before the throne were burning 7 torches of fire, which are the 7 spirits of God. And before the throne there was as it were a sea of glass, like crystal. And around the throne, on each side of the throne, are 4 living creatures, full of eyes in front and behind. The first living creature like a lion, the second living creature like an ox, the third living creature with the face of a man, and the fourth living creature like an eagle in flight. And the 4 living creatures, each of them with 6 wings, are full of eyes all around and within. And day and night they never cease to say,
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was
scroll and break its seals.
And no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll or to look into it. And I began to weep loudly because no one was found worthy to open the scroll or to look into it. And one of the elders said to me,
Weep no more. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has conquered, so that he can open the scroll and its 7 seals.
And between the throne and the 4 living creatures, and among the elders, I saw a lamb standing as though it had been slain, with 7 horns and with 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. And he went and took the scroll from the right hand of him who was seated on the throne. And when he had taken the scroll, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, each holding a harp and golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sang a new song, saying, Then I looked, and I heard around the throne and the living creatures and the elders the voice of many angels, numbering myriads of myriads and thousands, saying with a loud voice, And I heard every creature in heaven and on earth and under the earth and in the sea and all that is in them, saying, To him who sits on the throne and to the Lamb be blessing and honor and glory and might forever and ever. And the 4 living creatures said, And the elders fell down and worshipped. Revelation 6. Now I watched when the Lamb opened one of the 7 seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures say with a voice like thunder, And I the sky vanished like a scroll that is being rolled up, and every mountain and island was removed from its place. Then the kings of the earth, and the great ones, and the generals, and the rich, and the powerful, and everyone, slave and